Hello YouTube, this will be the first part of my game room tour. The thing is, I have basically two levels in my room. As you might see here, the room is a bit separated into two different levels. So I will start with the ground level first, and only with the first half of the room anyways, because I had to move a bit of stuff to the other side of the room. Which was sitting in the way and which I will have to move to the other side eventually. So I don't know yet if I'm going to do this as a 2 or 3 part movie on YouTube or if I'm going to edit this as one movie. Might depend a bit on the time which I need to do it. But yeah, as you watch this you will already see this. Okay, so let's start. So this is my desk, as you can see. It has a very old and pretty obsolete computer, which I basically only use to use the internet, to watch some movies, sometimes some series, but not really to play anymore. The times for playing on the PC are done for me. I don't do this anymore. In the back you can see my DVD collection, most of it at least. This is mostly my DVD collection, with a few original packagings and a few Dreamcast stuff, basically in the lowest level, but I will get to that later. And here we have my CD rack, which has quite a few CDs. I try to listen to music as much as possible, but as you will know, no one has the time to really listen to everything he wants all the time. But still, so it has basically most of the music I hear is either video game soundtracks or classical music or Johnny Cash, which I'm a huge fan of. And down there's a bit of the old stuff which I was into earlier. Some German stuff, Die Fantastischen Vier, and a bit of heavy metal, but only stuff like System of a Down. And all the way down there are really old things like Offspring, Beck, and a few Queen things. Yeah, basically stuff which I don't listen to that much anymore. As you can see up here, this is a copy of the Johnny Cash Unearthed collection, which I'm really happy to get my hands on. I bought this like 2 years ago for my birthday. I made myself a present there. I can really recommend this to any Johnny Cash fan. This is a miniature of Minas Tirith, which came with the special extended edition of the Lord of the Rings, the last movie. This is my Buffy collection, which I'm still only at series 3 of 7, so I have to watch this a bit more. Here you can see the soundtrack for GTA Vice City, because I'm also a bit into 80s music, and Vice City was one of my favorite games of all time. This is an original packaged Dreamcast controller, a Mad Catz one, which I prefer to the original ones, but only because of the thumbstick, which is easier and better to use. So this is my Dreamcast shelf basically. It has my PAL collection in it, in the top rows, and a few of my handhelds, because I still haven't got anywhere else to put it yet. It's just I don't have enough space for all my stuff. Here's my DS Lite. This is my Zelda GBA SP, which I already did a video of. There's my normal GBA Advance. This is a Neo Geo Pocket Color, one of two. And here we have the NTSC Dreamcast games, the US games, and here are my Japanese Dreamcast games. Dreamcast is definitely my favorite console of all, as you might have noticed. This is the GBA SP Zelda Limited Edition, which I use for playing. And this is an old PSP, the first model, which I hardly use anymore. This was out of collector's edition of Settlers 2. There are quite a few books on PC and on console games. This is the This is the walkthrough for Mother 3, which was made entirely by fans of the game. Can really recommend that. I have the Yu Suzuki Gameworks here, even though I can't read it because I can't understand Japanese, but I'm hoping that someday a translation will appear. A few figures from Soul Calibur and another action figure. Here are some of the last Dreamcast games. It's Last Hope. This is my boot CD. This is Under Defeat. And there's Stux. This is the second copy of PAL, the Res, of the PAL version of Res, because the first one I had didn't work. It was one of the few which doesn't work, sadly enough. A few more books here, and one of my old PC games, which is Flying Core, which is the one I didn't want to throw away because I like the packaging so much. Here's a sealed copy of Wind and Water Puzzle Battles, because I have it twice. I really like the game. This is a storage for a GBA SP. This came with the first Zelda one I bought. I didn't buy this. This is a Game Boy Color Pikachu edition, which I got very cheap for like only 10 euros, which was never used before. This is my old graphics card. Here are a few keyboards for my Dreamcast. These are used ones, German layout, and these are brand new ones with French layout, which I had to completely change to be US layout because I'm using them now for typing of the dead. And there are a few more original packagings. One for my surround headphones, wireless surround headphones, and one for my special controller for Dreamcast for pop music. Controller is in another box, in a separate box. Yeah, I'll put it in later. And here are a few spare Dreamcast games, which I have more than once. I have to sell them at some point. Yeah, this is my Dreamcast playstand. I already made a video of this, separate one. You can watch this if you're interested in this. So this is my DVD collection basically. It's not really sorted, I just put it all on the shelf. It's just a bit sorted. There are the anime movies and the special packagings in these rows. And more anime stuff. Most of the movies I think I probably already saw. There are only a few DVDs which I never saw. But usually I only bought the ones which I really like. So this is why I don't have that many, considering that I began collecting like 1998 or 1999 already. Yeah. These are some action movies and other stuff which is basically not really in a real order yet. Here are a few more original packagings. The one of my Xbox Elite and a Dreamcast arcade stick, my DS Lite, all of the Seinfeld series, the DVDs, Emergency Room, which I also like, which is a pretty great series I think. Here's my Densha De Go controller in its original packaging for Dreamcast, of course. And there's the original packaging for House of the Dead 2. I think this will be about it for now. Oh yeah, here you can see my Samba de Amigo set, which I have to use again because I really like the game. And yeah, a few bags and DJ Hero, a few Dreamcast VMUs, which I don't know. Every time I buy something of my favorite shop, I always have to buy 3 more of the VMUs because they are so dirt cheap at the moment. Yeah, and a few more PC games which I don't play anymore. My old trusty joystick, Sidewinder 3D Pro by Microsoft. I really like this. I spent a lot of hours playing decent too, and terminal velocity with it. Yeah, this is a really old monitor which is already broken partly, but the thing is it still displays an image, so that's enough for me since I hardly use it. Okay, I think this is the first part now. I'll have to do the other side of the room in a separate video, or at least I have to make a break now.